Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and since I'm recording this on the day before Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for watching as we prepare for worship this weekend. This weekend we have Jesus beginning to come down and teach not only his disciples but those who are gathering around him. And the first words he begins to talk about are challenging for us. He talks about, blessed are you who are poor, blessed are you who are hungry, blessed are you who mourn. Woe to you who are rich, woe to you who are full now, woe to you who laugh now, woe to you when people speak well of you. And it seems like Jesus is turning everything upside down. Now, I grew up knowing that, being rich won't make me happy, but I do also realize that being poor can make you miserable. So how do we think about this? How do we approach this week? And so I want to share two things that help me as we begin to think about this. One is something that I've shared probably on this many times, and I've certainly shared with my congregation many times. It's one of those little proverbs that I came away from Martin Luther with. What does it mean to keep the first commandment? It means that we are to fear, love, and trust God above all things. And I do think part of this is, sometimes we begin to trust in, whether it's our own health or our own wealth or our own popularity or that feeling good in that moment. We begin to trust those things instead of God. I think one of the other pieces is these things also become things that can become our own little gods. They become the things that we put our trust and faith in, and they become the things that we're unwilling to give up. And I'm reminded of a time when I was right at the very beginning of my ministry, and I was in a convention, and they were debating something that they wanted to send as a resolution to the state legislature about programs they wanted to value. And this is great. I think this is something that we as churches do. But the part that I was a little skeptical of was, here are the things we want you to value, and we don't want to change the taxation or anything else like that. We want you to just reorganize your priorities. And my thought at that point, and my thought still today, is if this is something we value, what are we willing to give up to make it happen? I do think that sometimes when we talk about the kingdom of God, there may be things that we need to let go of to allow that reality to dwell on us. So we're going to talk and we're going to wrestle with that today. This is going to be the beginning of a couple weeks where we wrestle with the beginning of the Sermon on the Plain, where Jesus comes and talks to his disciples and those who come to learn from him. And then we're also going to continue our discussion of faith and digital life between services. I invite you to be a part of that. We're going to talk about dating in the digital age. We're almost about ready to wrap up this service, and then we're going to be beginning something new in just a couple weeks. So again, thank you for listening. I hope to see you this Sunday. We worship at 8:30 on Sunday mornings with our traditional service, and at 11 o'clock with our celebration service, our contemporary worship service. And then we also have our discussion between services of faith and digital lives. So thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you.